Thank you, Lasker Hirla. Fianna Fáil would like to thank the Chairman of the Justice Committee and the members of the Justice Committee for their support and their launch of the report on the Oireachtas report on the recognition of Irish Sign Language for the deaf community, recommending that the bill that will be coming into this House hopefully next week, put forward by Fianna Fáil, will be passed, and that is the recommendation of the report. We're also disappointed that the schedule over the last number of weeks has been very light on legislation, and I know that the leader opposite is trying to get legislation into the House, but I spoke to the leader of the Fianna Fáil group here and to our spokesperson on justice in the Dáil, and we will be pushing for the corporate manslaughter bill to be brought into this House in the next 2 weeks. And I asked the leader to arrange with the Department of Justice that they would get the Minister or Junior Minister to allow that to go through second stage in the next 2 weeks and then on to committee stage. 9 years ago, the Law Reform Commission proposed the corporate manslaughter bill, and it has not progressed one iota. So we would hope that the leader would find time to progress that issue and that we could bring in committee stage in January next year. I'm sure the Cathaoirleach and the leader and members of the House will join with me in sending best wishes to Senator Catherine Ardagh on her wedding tomorrow up in Donegal. I hope the child of Prague is put out, because if it's a day like today, it won't work. I know that we're not allowed, Cathaoirleach, I know you're a Legion supporter, but the Crokes are playing the Kenmare District Board on Sunday, and we haven't been in a county final since 1987. And
I would normally correct you, you know.
I hope we beat the Crokes. I'm sure you hope we beat the Crokes as well, as you're a Legion supporter.
That's not correct.
Great rivals over in Killarney, anyway. My enemy's enemy is my friend, I think is the way they use it in Killarney.
Chair that this man likes putting out misleading statements. Sorry.
Anyway, leader, the new assistance for the first-time buyer simply will not work, and all it will do is make builders richer. And if that is the answer that the government have, they don't know the problem or they don't know the question. We have seen before, and Sean Barrett, who was a member of this House and a leading economist, has told me, he says it's simply not going to be a solution to the problem. The problem is supply, and we need a better solution than the one that is put forward. And in the finance bill, we on this side of the House will be proposing a number of amendments to that. But equally of concern is the childcare provision. I think that was one of the issues that has been brought up by all sides, that has to work better for people. In some instances, some people will only benefit by 50 cents per hour. Now, that's nearly a drop in the ocean. It is better than a kick in the head, as described by some journalists, but it is not good enough. And it does not take into account anomalies in relation to babies and toddlers who are seeking to have a childminder look after them. There's only 160 registered childminders with TUSLA. So where are all these people going to come from if we do make it open to childminders?
Thank you, Senator.
Finally, Lasker Hirla, a word of caution. If you read the analysis of this, we have 30,000 less public servants than we had in 2008. 30,000 less. And yet next year's wage bill is 20 billion, only 700 million less than it was in 2008. So when you look at the last number of years, have we learnt anything? Have we reformed our system? We will have less public servants, and the wage bill very shortly will be the same.